Hello, thank you so much for joining us once again for the Dear Parent Show. I am always glad and looking forward to every new episode for me personally, and I believe it's the same sentiment for most of you. I am here to appreciate you so much for always joining us, for following us, for subscribing to the channel, and for always watching these episodes. Thank you really very much. And thank you to everyone that is always sharing this. Sometimes I get to interact with this in groups that I am in. I see someone share the same. I'm like, yo, wow, okay. And even I know in many other spaces you have been sharing. These people are reaching out from different spaces. We get to host people that have watched these episodes because you shared. So thank you, really. Asante sana. And also for everyone that is joining us for the very first time, welcome on board. It's a joy to have you. And if you haven't watched the other episodes, because there are so many back there, so go back, just go to the channel, Nashami Wangara, get to watch the episodes. More learning, more education, more information, because every episode is different. Every episode is amazing. So I'm here to appreciate you and to charge you. Let's keep watching. Let's keep sharing this, and let's keep learning, because man safari ni ndefu and we are doing this together. So I really appreciate you. My name is Nashami, and I am your host. Always a joy to have you on board. Man, you people build me. You have no idea. So thank you very, very, very much. So today I am honored to have an amazing lady that I am hosting. It's a joy to have her here. I don't know why I said it's a joy, but I'll tell you why I said it's a joy. But it's a joy to have her here. And so we will get to just have a conversation with her. I know we're going to learn from her. We're going to be challenged by her. We're going to be encouraged by her. So please stay tuned. Do not leave. Do not minimize. Do not mute. Do not close that tab. Let's journey this together to the very last minute of this show. Hi, girl.
Hi.
How are ya?
I'm fine.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Ish. And nafu nakafiti.
Asante.
It's
the doing of the Lord.
It's the doing of the Lord.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good.
How have you been?
I've been amazing.
Eh.
What about you?
Mi nimekuwa amazing pia.
Okay.
I can't complain.
Yeah.
God anaendelea tu kunipenda. I am literally a girl that has been helped by God.
Yeah.
How's been your year so far?
It's been amazing actually. Yeah. I'm just struggling with school. Not struggling, but you know how school is. Yeah, everything is going on well. Yeah.
You're almost done with the semester?
Yeah, I think by next month I'll be done.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Kaende.
Yeah.
How far are we in our studies? Which year?
Second year. Yeah.
Same too.
Second year, semester 2 years.
Gorgeous. So in September we're going to third year.
Yeah. No. Oh, yeah.
See, we just started the other day. Time flies, man.
Imagine.
Yo.
Next year I'll be graduate, I think. Next year.
Hey, you're doing 4 years. Stop that one. Stop.
But next year I'll be in 4th year. Next year such a time I'll be in 4th
Yeah.
year.
And then the other year when we will be voting, you will be graduated.
Yeah.
You'll be voting and then you're a graduate. Madam.
Really nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
What are you pursuing again?
I'm pursuing project management.
Yo,
Yeah.
how's that course?
Yeah, the maths in that course is very humbling. I thought I was running away from maths, but oh my goodness. But it's amazing. I thank God.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want you to tell us, I know you have just started many stories and you've not told us your name, who you are. We would love to get to know you.
Okay,
Yes.
so hi guys, my name is Joy Melody Akinyi. I know Akinyi is somehow shocking. I'm a Luo, yeah. And I'm also a content creator. And, on YouTube, you can go check me out at Life of Melo. And I'm glad to be here today. Yeah. I'm 20 years old also. Yeah.
Yeah, please, thank you for telling us your
Yeah.
age.
And I'm a Gen Z actually. Yeah.
Sawa,
So
sorry,
I just have to put that out there. Yeah.
Sisitizo. You know, the other day, actually yesterday, I was in some forum and I was asking some teenagers.
Okay.
I asked those teenagers, what are the things that what do you think teenagers dislike? Then they mentioned a number of things. And then one of them just says, I dislike old people. And I'm like, Old people is relative.
Wow.
And she literally said, anybody above 40 is old. Yo, me and my 40 plus years, I was
That's
like,
humbling.
yo, let me accept my old age.
But maybe she has had a bad experience with old people.
So that's why she dislikes them.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is well. So Melo, tell us about you, your family, like just info about, bring us into your family. We want to know them too by extension.
Okay, so I come from a family of 5. So my parents and my 2 elder brothers, and I'm the last one, and I'm the only girl. So that tells you more about me. But there's someone you hosted here. Her name was Joy, and it's just the opposite. Okay, we have a lot in common with her, but somehow some things are just opposite. Because she said in her family, it did not matter how you are special, you will not be treated in a special way. But for me, it's the opposite. Let me tell you, I'm the last one and I'm the only girl. So that just tells you more about myself, probably. Yeah. So I come from a family of 5. Yeah. What else is there to say about my family? I love my parents. I love my brothers. Yeah.
What is the age difference in your siblings?
So my elder brother is 20. Okay, so we are 2 years apart from each other.
Okay.
The 3 of us.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to say the age.
Don't. Watakushika hostage.
Yeah, so we are 2 years apart, I think. So yeah.
Okay. So you're saying you're the baby and you have been spoiled, pampered?
Not spoiled, but I've been spoiled. You know, like. I don't want to admit it, but it's true. You know, it's true, yeah. Yeah.
Amazing. So I want you to tell us about now Melo. Guys, I'm used to calling her Melo, so don't mind me. You can call her Melody, mini Melo kwangu. So tell us about Melo growing up and just share any highlights that you remember about you growing up.
Okay, growing up, I'm actually very fun. I wish you guys get to know me. Go subscribe to my channel.
You will see the fun.
Yeah. So I'm actually a very nice. I like to think of myself as a very nice child growing up. The moments I kind of remember most is because I was taken to boarding school in class 5. I was only 11 years old. Or was it 10? I think 11 years old. I was taken to boarding when I was in class 5. So I didn't really grow up with my parents close to me that much, especially my mom, because she's a civil servant. Sitaki kusema kazi, tutafute, but she's a civil servant, so she used to get a lot of transfers. And before I went to boarding school, I was so spoiled. Oh my goodness. My dad, I would tell my dad I want the whole world, and he would put like this. He would put on his hands and give me, you know. So I went to boarding school. I mean, you know, you're used to getting everything you want before you go to boarding school. And I'm the last one, I'm the only girl. So I'd like to think of myself as a special child, but where? Let me tell you people out here. Yeah, so I went to boarding school. And I went through a lot, being bullied and stuff, but I grew up, yeah. And yeah, that's like, my life has just been a roller coaster. I don't have any specific moments that I'd remember, but it was fun growing up. It was really fun growing up. Yeah.
And what would you take about you being taken to boarding in class 5? Would you do that to your daughter?
No, I would never. You know that TikTok song that says, I would never. I would never do that, honestly. But, you know, it was not something that my parents would avoid.
Yeah.
Actually, it was the best option for them to take me to boarding school.
Especially because now, like, mom was
always
my
mom was not around that much. And then house managers would come, leave me in the house alone. You know, they get tired of just doing a lot of work. They go, they leave me alone, and let's say my dad has traveled
true.
to go work somewhere in Kisumu. So I'd have to stay alone or go to the neighbor's house, which was just so embarrassing. So they just decided going to boarding school
is the best option.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Amazing. Now, when you're in class, when did you turn 13? In class 8 or when you had gone to high school? 13.
I think
Class 8,
class
thereabout.
8,
Okay.
yeah.
So I want you to tell me about Melody the teenager, because you're not one anymore. What
Yeah.
wamegrow yei. But tell me about Melody the teenager, and just how it was, and if you had any challenges, if you had any wins. Just highlight for me your teenage years.
Hey, my teenagers, as I said, it was I just grew up, you know. You're just trying to assume the fact that you're away from your parents. And, you know, 13 years is when you are in class 8. You're trying to, saa zingine masomo kidogo. You're trying to read, but it's, yani you feel like you're disappointing your parents, but, I made it to the university,
Yes,
so
you
don't think
did.
otherwise. But you're trying to figure out, you're also growing, you know, physically. You're also growing. You feel, sometimes you just feel left out on things because you don't want to just, utaki kufuatafuata watu kila kitu. Yani, there are just things you just need to do yourself. And at some point it was difficult trying to fit in, you know. But not that difficult also. I don't know how to summarize my teenagers because most of the time me I just leave. Yani I just forget everything and just leave. Yani nataka tu nimalize nitoke boarding mi niende nirudi tu home. I don't know what was so special about my teenagehood. Honestly.
Do you have an instance at any point? Of course, the peer pressure with teenagehood is real.
Yeah.
Do you have any instance that it was so heavy but you didn't succumb? Or you succumbed?
No, I did not.
You did not?
I did not. Actually, I was 13 at that time, class 8, but I'll fast
and even
forward
into high school, yes.
Yeah, I'll even fast forward a bit because I remember when I was turning 16. Where this might sound cringe to some people, but I remember when I was turning 16, I was just in my bedroom crying, telling God I don't want to succumb to peer pressure, you know. The way I'd see my peers just get into things that to some people it's not bad, but it's bad. You know what? Call a spade, you know. But I'd cry and really pray. I remember my birthday is on 22nd, so if you want a surprise.
22nd
So I remember 22nd of August.
Okay.
So I remember on 21st at midnight, I was just crying, telling God, I just want to serve you for my years, like from 16 years, because nilikuwa najua 16 ndo kila mtu haribika. Unasikia form 2 actually. Form 2 sijui nini. I just prayed and I just called out to God, and I feel like that is why I don't have much to say about my teenagehood because I just gave it to the Lord, you know. Yeah,
that's beautiful, and that's a pointer, because I think the place of acknowledging that, God, if you don't help me, by default I'll just succumb. I'll just be miserable and terrible.
Because peer pressure at that time just comes like a flood.
It's a wave.
And you have an option. You have an option to choose and not to choose. So I just prayed. Yeah.
And the Lord has helped you so far.
Yeah.
Now we are in our second decade. We are rolling in the second floor.
Yeah.
How is there anything different about turning 20 from your teenage? Even mentally or anything?
Yes.
Yeah, really?
I feel like you grow mentally.
Wait.
The way I used to think back then is not the way I think right now. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I think you grow. Yeah.
Miaka inaongezeka na pia akili inafunguka zaidi.
Akili inafunguka.
And then being in spaces of school. But they tell me about campus. I know you initially started staying not really in campus, but you're staying alone.
Yeah.
And all that, and you're a first year. Tell me about that. You have been either at home or in school, and then now you're staying alone. How did that space feel?
I can remember the transition. It was not that good, but me, I was kind of used to it because I was taken to boarding school in class 5. So it was not that difficult for me to like stay away from my parents for that long. But I cry. I cry over everything. I mean, I say I was okay, but I just used to cry. I miss home. And home is just 30 minutes away, and I'm crying. But I remember the transition was not so difficult, but oh my goodness, the peer pressure, because you're in university, you know, you have no rules, you have no one watching over you, like you have your choice. Now that's the true definition of choice. You're given a choice on the table. Choose this and choose this.
Yeah.
You know, you have to choose. But I really thank God for my parents. They grounded me so well. So I knew how to approach things. I knew how to say no to some things. Because some things just have to say no. I mean, you face rejection and that's life.
Yeah.
You face discrimination and that's life. And yeah, so you just grow into it. Currently, I'm not living alone. Kidogo nilikuwa nainama. Hiyo kuinama hapa.
Hapo kwa kuinama
Wow,
kidogo.
hapo kwa kuinama nayo ni ukweli. Guy, I can testify. Unainama. Yani lunch ikifika unainama ipite.
Kama kuna mtu haelewi kuinama, shauri yako.
Yani living alone is just hapana. But next year I think I'll move out. I need to grow up.
Yeah, because again, you know, being in that space, and I'm sure you had experienced that when you started, where you need to be financially responsible.
Yeah.
You know, so like if you don't, because your parents will give you this amount of money that will last you this particular period. So if you finish in mapema, form ni kuinama.
Ni kuinama. But I've tested both ways. Living with parents and living with no parents. I just advise live with your parents. But if you want to grow, just move out.
That is ground for growth.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. So I want you and I to read a letter here and have a little conversation on it. We see what we can gather from. Cindy.
Yeah.
And this is the book we are working with. Dear Parent is the book. It is our manual for the show. If you need a copy of this, the details will be on the screen. You can get it from Nuria Bookstore. Okay. So this is a person writing to the mother. We will know if it's a girl or a boy, hopefully. So she says, my dear mother, I want to thank you for everything you have done for me over the years. I appreciate the love and the care for always doing your best to ensure I am in school. I know it has not been easy, especially given that you're doing this alone. But Mama, you have done well so far. But in as much as you do your best, But it has no. Let me pause there first. I just feel I should address this first thing. This child begins with, of course, in a beautiful way. Na tujifunze hivyo. Hata si kwa Mungu tunaambiwa enter his courts with thanksgiving. Man, tukuje hivyo. Si kukuje tu. You're throwing tantrums from first statement. But there's something I may highlight hapo, and this is especially for those kids that are being raised by a single parent. You know, just appreciating that I know it's not easy. You have been doing so much on your own, but I'm here to tell you thank you for what you have done so far. Melo, you know, you have had friends from high school and even in campus, you're meeting more young people, and I'm sure in your circle you have friends who are being raised by a single parent, either single dad or single mom. Yeah. But something about teenagers, and help me understand this, sometimes, quote unquote, the place of just appreciating, you know, like, fine, it's your parent, they have a responsibility over your life, but sometimes we just don't appreciate everything they do. Tell me, wazazi wanafanyanga mambo mengi, is it worth appreciating? Ama ninajichocha? I
mean, like, the fact that she appreciated, first of all, it's really nice.
Yeah.
The fact that you appreciate a single parent, mwenye hana mbele wala, but she has supported financially. You know, there's something about supporting financially, paying school fees, buying books, buying textbooks, and you have everything you need in school. But there's also something about being there emotionally and yani, just being there mentally, emotionally for that child. And I feel like the fact that she has appreciated, it's okay to appreciate.
It's a win.
It's okay to appreciate your parents, and it's also nice that they get to experience them being appreciated. Because
sometimes we point so much on the negative that we fail to even see the positive. Everyone has their positive banners, Indio. So please, to your fellow young people, tell them,
appreciate your parents.
Tutashukuru sana.
They're trying so hard.
Sawa. But in as much as you do your best to ensure that I'm okay, I have never been okay. I have so much that I'm dealing with, which makes me hate school so much, but I do not want to disturb you, since I know changing schools will take such a task and lots of money. I know I have been a sickling since class 6, and according to you, I'm now okay, but I am not. I always have lapses, and my health fails me at times. in as much as I'm always this bubbly girl jumping all over the place. So there's something that this girl has highlighted here, that things are not okay, especially in school. You see, because when we allow you people go to school, we take care of the needful fees and every necessities we have sorted, and we send you to school. All we expect is mtoto arudi nyumbani, of course na grades mzuri, nothing else. That is all we care for.
Yeah.
But this is someone that kule shuleni, they are just dealing with so much, but they can't open up to us. How easy, let me ask you from your side, how easy was it for you, and even right now, to open up to your parents about anything negative you're dealing with? How easy was it?
I feel like parents, okay, I'm not against parents, but I just feel like
Let's just talk it. Let's
parents
be real.
should create a safe space for, like, when you're conversing with your child, you should create a safe space between you and your child. How will you know that you don't have a safe space with your child? Do they even ever tell you anything? Hata wakifunga shule anakujanga anakupea story about anything, ama anakuja tu anakuambia tulipewa homework, school fees ni hii sina pensi na nini, na anarudi shule. Like, you don't have that safe space with your child. Have I answered your question?
You have, because you know, there's someone who said, I think it was one of the letters we read, someone says, Mom, me and you nowadays conversations zetu sizipendi. Why? Because inakanga it's like a reporter on duty.
Yeah.
I just come and tell you, Mom, 1 2 3 4 gone. Like, we don't, sometimes I want to talk to you not because I have issues. Sometimes I want to give you some good stories.
Yeah.
I want you to be my bestie. But Mom, kidogo.
There's an authority that parents have. There are things you cannot just tell your parents. Like,
really?
Hey.
You know, Melo, I think that, you know, the current parents, your parents, we are millennials and Gen X. That is the crop of parents when you're on a race size. But I'm thinking, like, now my parents are Gen, before X is what? Baby boomers. Yes, my parents are baby boomers. You get? So I am thinking that Sisi, we are supposed to make it a bit easier, because men, of course, ours was tougher. We could not talk nothing. So we are not. Are we making progress?
May I feel like people who have millennial parents, they don't even have to complain. Honestly, because me, I have Gen X parents. You know, 2 generations
apart. Yes.
Apart. Imagine, and then you try and explain to them something. I'm sorry, Mom, but hey, vitu zingine kidogo. But people have millennial parents. What are you complaining about? You know, there's somewhere you can agree. You know, by creating that safe space. Yani kuna agreement hapo. But mi kitambo nifike agreement. I have to go through a whole generation. And then my generation.
It's a whole journey.
It's a whole journey.
Anyway, so, but there's something this girl says in that same paragraph we have read. She says she has been a sickling, and Mom thinks she's okay, but according to her, hajawai pona, hayuko sawa bado. And I'm just thinking, because remember, this girl has begun by saying, I know you are doing this alone, it's too much on you, sitaki kukuburden. So maybe even her, with her sickness, she can't tell Mom because hataki kuburden Mom. And sometimes, do we find ourselves in that space where you keep to yourself stuff, utaki kuambia wazazi, yet inakubother, but you're like, acha tu nisiwachokeshe.
Yeah, that's so true. There are things you just feel like keeping them to yourself because you feel like it will burden your parents, especially her, the fact that her mother is a single mom. You know, like, I tend to think that she's struggling financially and also emotionally. And then when you begin to stress her out with your sickness, then you just feel like a burden. Yeah.
And we'll then see, okay, fine, apart from even the sickness thing, because there could be other issues that young people feel there's no need to sumbua Mom with this. Would you advocate that if you can't talk to your parents about it, find someone at least?
Yeah, find someone. Don't keep things to yourself. It will eat you up. It's not good, actually. That's why you find most people committing suicide, because they don't have anyone to talk to. When you don't talk it out, it will eat you in the inside. So you just have to speak, find someone, find a teacher, find a mentor, just find someone to talk to. Yeah.
Don't keep it to yourself.
Don't keep it to yourself.
Kitakuramba. It will bite you. It will do that thing on you. Anyway, if only you were keen, you would notice that I am not well. Back in school, things are hard for me. I am always bullied because of my small stature and shortness. I'm always asked if I really cleared primary school to join high school because they think and even tell me to my face that I look like a 10-year-old, yet I am a 14-year-old girl. You have no idea that even during meal times, I am served the least portion.
Wow.
Because I'm told I'm still a baby and babies don't eat much food. Okay.
Aki, I'm not supposed to be laughing. Aki, that's
I know, right?
Because of the food part.
I know the way food is good. Kwanza ya shule.
Na vile njaa hukuwa shule.
Alafu napimiwa tujue ni mtoto. You're looking small bodied.
That is so sad.
No, tell me about school, school setup and bullying. Tell me about it. And the different kinds of bullying that young people go through.
So like, okay, for her, she has been bullied physically because they're saying she's short. Tribalism, that is just so unfair because I did not choose to be Luo. You don't have to make fun of me because I'm Luo. What else has she said? She said 3 things. And, you know, I remember my situation when I went to boarding school. I was bullied because people thought I was what is it called? Nilikuwa na maringo. Like they felt like I'm trying to act like I'm the best, I'm superior. But come on, I've come from a family where I'm the only girl and I'm the last. What do you expect? Anyway, so I was taken to a boarding school far away, Ushago, in a country. And so like, you know the way you have cute fancy stuff. They're not even cute. It's just because. And
you're coming from Nairobi.
Yeah, like
the other side.
Yeah, uko na mattress ya blue ni shida. But then the school I was taken, it was not that bad, but where I was just being bullied because yani sijui shida ilikuwa gani. But I was bullied because I had, probably because they felt like I was rich. I don't know how, but they felt like I was rich. They felt like I was just too much for them. Maybe because I'm yellow. Actually, when I was I used to be yellow. Achana sisi nimechoma na jia Nairobi. I used to be yellow. Alafu umepelekwa up country. The guy ulikuwa unanionea huko unajua he unimelo. Yeah, so I mean it was really sad to a point where they even I've never told. Okay, I've told this story on my YouTube channel, I think. To a point where they even burnt my things in high school.
No.
Yeah.
High school?
No, not high school, that primary. Because I was in boarding school, they burnt my things.
No.
Actually, it was so sad. I was only 10. No, I was only 11. Imagine.
That is serious now.
11.
I hope those people are punished.
In fact, they even blamed me. I was the one who burnt my things because I want to go home. But they caught the one who burnt the things. And so, like, bullying in a school setup, I feel like it's so normal. Not everyone has been bullied because the ones who bully others, they have not been bullied. I feel like when you send your child to school, that is just something you have to expect. Because somehow, somewhat, your child, to some people, will not look the way those people want them to look. They will not behave the way those people want them to behave. You know? So everyone will just have something to say about you. Like, the pettiest thing, like, they will just have something to say about you and start bullying you. Like, in her case, tribalism, she did not choose to be that tribe she is. People making fun of her tribe and everything. That is just not fair. But I mean, in this world, lazima tu utabuliwa mahali. Even online, someone will just say something about your hair na uko like, wow, so nywele yangu imefanya nini? Si fair, you know, like, not only in school, bullying is everywhere.
So it is for us to adjust to it.
Just have to adjust
and
to it.
And to because sometimes I remember when I joined high school, the very first day Form 1, after my parents have left, and so I am walking and I hear people singing and dancing. They were actually doing a Luya song. I'll never forget. So I'm trying to listen, and then some lady opens the door and she said, "Form 1, kuja hapa." Lord, I entered. They're scared, and they said, "We are going to we want you to dance." Form 1, day 1 in school. These people are big. I think they're Form 3s and Form 4s. They forced me to dance. And they were not even singing. I just do moves.
Not that you love dancing nowadays.
No wonder I love. Man, I just did some funny whatever there. And literally, do you know machozi ilikuwa inamwagika? I was feeling, and they started laughing. They laughed. And they told me, toka hapa, toka. Do you know that there are 3 ladies I marked? And later on, I realized they were in Form 3. So that means I was with them in school for 2 years. I used to avoid them for the 2 years. They instilled fear from the very first day.
Yeah.
And it is just sad. But I just feel for this girl. I mean, there are things, Melo, there are things about us. For example, short stature. You can't change it.
Yeah. Hata uende plastic surgery, na atakuongezea miguu. You know, nowadays, everyone says there's a solution to everything. No, like short people. Okay, I don't know. Maybe there is, but sini pesa mingi.
Well, I was bullied because of my voice. I was bullied.
You once told me that.
I was bullied because I have a deep voice. I don't speak like girls.
Yeah.
Man, that thing took a toll on me. Hiyo sipendi kuiongea sana, lakini kuna mama aliwahi kuwa amenipea mtoto nimebeba Melo. I'm carrying baby and baby is asleep. And then nikashtuka hivi, I think nikamshtua, akaamka kaanza kulia. Mama yake akasema, lete mtoto hapa. Wewe niyo sauti yako kubwa inashtua mtoto. From that nilianza kuogopa kubeba watoto wa watu. I have my
and
voice.
you see something about bullying, it scares you.
Yeah.
Like me, you know, the way I went to boarding school thinking that, oh, everyone loves me, everyone is my dad, everyone is my mom, like they'll treat me special. Like, it made me fear people. Even right now, I just have social anxiety because not everyone is the way your parents are to you. You know? Like, not everyone loves you for who you are. So it just instills fear. Like for you, like unaogopa kubeba watoto just because someone told you
my voice towards watoto.
Man.
The way I love this voice is working for me right now.
Man.
Everyone that bullied me because of my voice.
Look at us now.
See God though, and see voice hear voice Anyway, this baby girl, really, I really feel for her. Okay, hadi sisi kusoma hiyo part, but kuna place anasema, I'm told when I'm walking in the midst of tall people, they literally keep off me saying they are allergic to short people. Wait, sasa hizo ni gani?
Some overdo. Overdo.
Anyway, I really enjoy being in school and thinking that I am only in Form 1, and I have 3 more years to go. I don't know how I will make it because it gets tougher and harder with each day. How I wish I could speak these things to you and how they affect me. I wish my mother was an audience I could open up about anything and everything that I go through. It really takes a toll on me, and it is sad that I have nobody to talk to. My reserved personality is not because of growing up, but it's because of what they do to me at school. I have kept to myself the more because I have nobody that is on my side. Melo, if a child comes home and tells mzazi, Mom, mimi shuleni nakuwa bullied. Let's say this girl truly found the mother na amemwambia hizi stuff. Mom, hiyo shuleni nakuwa bullied. Mimi haki sisikii poa, mimi sitaki kukua kwa hiyo shule, da. And the parent is like, you know, sometimes the way we parents can be. So I want you to talk to a parent that has a case to them. Mtoto amekuja amekwambia ako bullied. How should a parent react to that?
Personally, I'm not saying I have the best parents, but you see, in my situation, the way my parents, what my parents did, like I got transferred out of that school.
Nice.
Because there's no way your child will continue staying in a toxic place where they are being hurt, you know. And I just want to tell parents, like, just listen to your kid. Of course, like, najua masomo ni ngumu na mtoto wako anashinda complain, oh, maths. But the point where they come and tell you they hate school, like, it's really deep. Not only because of the education, not only because of maths. Tuachane na maths. Juu mnang'ang'ananga na maths sana. But tuachane na maths. Tuachane na maths. Like, when your child comes and tell you, this particular people told me something, like, you should, like, unafaa uchukulie manani. Tilia manani. Like, take it na uzito ichukulie, because they will not just randomly say a student told me my head is big. Like, it's not fair. Yani, like, and of course akikisha kuambia your head is big, ameambia watu ngapi kichwa mtoto wako inakwanga kubwa, you know. Like, just listen to your child. You can even transfer your child from that school, you know. And I know financially it may strain you, but what is more important, your child's mental health or the money you're paying. You know, because if they're affected mentally, they'll not even perform in their studies. That's so true. They will not perform.
Thank you. So I think what stands out for me is listen to your child.
Listen to your child and also
Don't overlook.
and also create a safe space for
Jaweze
your
kukuambia
children.
hiyo.
Yeah.
Like this one was not able to tell the mother.
Yeah,
Yet
because
she's suffering. Because we have not created the safe
Yeah,
space.
you don't listen
Dear
and
parents. We are learning. We are being helped to abegi. Anyway, she continues and says, I really wish that we had that place of transparency. I would have shared all this with you rather than put it in this letter, which I'm not sure you will read. Please, ma'am, do not be ignorant to the fact that your daughter needs help. Just take time and you will realize my cry for help and guidance and encouragement. You are all I've got in this life. So please spare some time and learn your daughter and understand me. I will be grateful. Melo, we are living in a generation where the whole stories of mental health, and I'm glad you mentioned in the previous comment, mental health is really a concern. And it's something that young people, I was telling our previous guest about the place of young people are very informed, very exposed and all that. And you're dealing with life. Tukubali. In as much as your children, our children, you are dealing with life. Fact. And the place of just creating awareness for mental health and all that. I want you to talk to me as two people. Number one, as a young person, what would you wish that parents knew concerning matters mental health?
Okay, first of all, I feel like I'm really proud of my generation. We are, as you said, we are very exposed and we are very open about mental health, about everything about mental health, anxiety, depression, which is something I'm really proud of. So I feel like, just as I said, what I would say to a parent, like, just as I said, just create a safe environment. Like, when you create a safe environment for you and your child is able to open up. They are able to, like, they will able to open up to you. You will get to know, because hata wewe mwenyewe, you're mature, you're a parent, you're mature, you get to understand things very fast. So you'll get to realize that, and my child is suffering, my child is going through a lot mentally. Yeah, that's what I would tell a parent, I think.
Okay. Yeah. And on the flip side, to a young person that is having mental health issues and they feel like this one, their parents are not a support system, in a safe space. And deep within, they feel, man, siko papa, because this girl finishes her letter by literally saying, this is a cry for help, ma'am. Bona unioni. That means ako place mbaya sana. Ako place mbaya sana. And let me tell you something, Melo. When I was writing this, compiling these letters, now a letter like this, I would type it and it would concern me, because these letters were anonymous.
Yeah, and then the parent does not get to know if this is their child.
Yes, it just, mpaka for a moment I was like, I wish mimi ningewambia waniandike majina, but sitaweka hapa, so that I can reach out even to them to give them help and guidance. So in picture a young person, they're in such a state, na hawana mzazi hasaidi na story, and they're really feeling like, I am done. Please speak and just encourage such a young person and what you could just advise them to do.
So first of all, whenever you go represent Christ. So if you don't know Christ, just try and know Jesus, because at some point he will just help you. And just pray, pray. I know praying, it may not be a solution, but it is a solution. Now, I know you don't want me to talk about praying. So what you can do, you can, what is it that I want to say?
But and while you're thinking at it, it is okay. The place of prayer, because that is who you are.
Yeah, that is who you are. What was I supposed to say? Oh my goodness.
It's okay. It will come back. It will come back. Worry
yeah.
See?
Exactly. Find someone to talk to. Don't, as I say, don't keep things to yourself. It will eat you up. Like, find someone to talk to. maybe your parent, if you, not your parent, because you feel like your parent is not,
it's not
understanding,
yes,
or
yes.
they don't get you. Especially in our generation, we feel like our parents don't get us. But you can try find a teacher, try find a mentor, you know. Try find someone, your aunt. Like I was having a conversation with my aunt and my mom and my cousin the other day, and I was just telling my mom, it's hard for me to tell you things, I'd rather tell auntie. And my cousin was like, I'd rather tell your mom things and not my mom.
Yes, yes.
You know, like telling your parents some things, as I say, they have that authority. Like mama akikwambia usishike hiyo na nimesema usishike, you know, I'm not supposed to touch that. But when your auntie tells you like mbona nisishike,
you can
like kunaweza kuwa na ka discussion. So find someone to talk to. Because don't keep it to yourself. Actually, that thing will eat you up. Trust me, it will eat you up. And you don't want to get to that point where you are totally depressed. You even start taking medication just because of something like bullying, where you can just talk it out. You know, like this girl, she can, like, I'm sure in school there are this counselors.
The peer counselors.
The peer counselors. You can go talk to them, tell them how you feel, you know. Like just letting it out helps a lot.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that's what I would tell a young person. Pray. Find Christ. Find Christ before anything. And then you can just figure out what I've told you. Hiyo yenye nimesema, I hope umeandika chini.
I hope we take notes, ndio. Anyway, thank you so much. As we start to wind up, mbona napenda kusema wind up? Wind up. I want you to talk to your parents. This is you talking to your parents, and I just want you to tell them whatsoever is in your heart to them, because I know they will watch this. So this is your chance to just speak to them. Okay, Shawazazi.
Hi mom, hi dad. I love you guys so much, and I'm really grateful that you're my parents. You know, one thing I always think about, I had someone say it a long time ago, that you don't get to choose your parents. Yani, you don't get to choose your parents. If you were to choose your parents, would you choose your parents? Unaniuliza maswali acha mimi nikuulize.
Wewe rudi kwa wazazi wako. We will do this anyway, on your show. I will answer. Oh, yeah.
I have a show coming up. So, I mean, I would choose you over and over again, because I'm not saying I have the perfect parents, because they actually listen to what I tell them. They actually listen. Though there is one thing, you know, the way Gen X knew that women are supposed to do all the house chores. I can just change that. Because honestly, what do you mean I have to wash dishes? Like, am I a wife or something? You know, I'll be a wife one day, but not now. Men also have to work. They also have to wash dishes. Yes. You know, like gender roles is something that is fading away. We're in a new generation.
Opportunity.
We're in a new generation. Things have changed. I feel like gender roles is such a kitambo thing, so cultural. Kidogo hapo, but I love you guys so much. Thank you for raising me. Thank you for being the perfect parents that I could ever find, you know. Yeah.
Amazing.
I love you guys.
Right. Baby girl, princess.
I know.
The princess has spoken to the king and the queen.
Princess ni house manager.
Sorry, princess. But you are a princess that slays and works. Please work. But anyway, I'm sure they will watch this and be like, okay, sawa, kuja tuongei maneno sasa tena.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, girl. Thank you for coming on set.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for just flowing so well and sharing from here and there, even through your own life and your family's life. I really appreciate you. And one last thing. Gosh, let me use your mother. Because you're a girl, you'll be a mother too one day. What is the one thing that you have learned from your mother that you want to pass on to your daughter? Just one thing.
What have I learned from my mom? Oh, my mom is a giver.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. She gives a lot. And yeah, I just love to give. Like, pour out to my child the way she pours out to me. Wisdom, knowledge. not even financial, like just the traits she has poured to me. I'd love to do that to my children.
Amina,
Yeah.
Amina. Yay. Yes, motherhood will be amazing already. I can see in the future. I can see with the eyes of faith.
Kidogo.
Now, cause
Uko mbali, uko mbali. Yes, I see. We're chasing the bag.
my friend, concentration is the game. But thank you, really appreciate you. And I pray that you continue being amazing, continue being joy wherever you are, because that's you. And keep winning. Keep being amazing. And guys, please, yes, enda kwa channel yake, Life of Mel. On channel fiti, this girl is just a Gen Z living her life and sharing with us her highlights. It's an amazing conversation. Aki ukisubscribe, nitashukuru mimi kama mentor wake, tashukuru sana. But thank you so much everyone for joining us and joining Melody and I on this conversation today. I think what stands out for me is when she said that parents, please listen to your children. Just be an ear that listens, because there's so much that these kids would want to tell us. And also create that safe space. Let your child find confidence in coming to talk to you, because she knows they are safe. The way you want a safe space from people out there, be that safe space for that child in your home. And you'll be glad at the end of the day, because there's so much that we would have avoided because we were there as a safe space and we listened to them. So thank you once again for joining us for Dear Parent Show. We definitely are seeing you in the next episode. Watch, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't, and let the journey continue. From us to you is Asante Sana, 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 and the good Lord bless ya.